In a week marred by an angry mob, incited by the President of the United States, which breached the United States Capitol, I found myself wondering if this is what reaping the whirlwind actually looks like. More importantly, I've wondered what conversations we should be having in our homes, in our neighborhoods, and in our communities. I found myself in the throes of both physical and emotional pain, pacing in my home office. I was groping in the darkness of the previous day, grasping for principles that would mark the path forward for me and for others. I finally settled and came to peace with 4 principles to really help guide me, guide us, guide the country forward. First is to take note. To take note is to pause, to ponder and reflect on really important questions for all of us in the face of this kind of riot, this kind of unrest in our country. First, we need to ask, what happened? We should also ask, how did we get to this place, individually or as a country? And most important, we should ask, what is my role and what is my responsibility in all of this? An unexamined moment such as this is to miss what may be the most transformational moment we have in our country's history, individually and collectively. We also need to note, and we'd be really wise to remember, that no one, and I mean no one, who plants thistles in the spring is expecting to harvest fruit in the fall. We should not think for a single solitary second that those who perpetually plant hate and contempt are somehow expecting to reap love and kindness and better days later on. Second, we have to take heart. Perhaps the most important and poignant moment for me in the mayhem of Wednesday occurred just 6 hours after rioters in an angry, contemptuous rage brought the Congress and the business of the Republic to a screeching halt. It was that moment when the Vice President gavelled the Senate back into session. The Republic rolled on. The thing that gave me hope was the fact that the institutions of government held, even under stress. Our founding documents did not flinch. The principles that have fostered freedom here and abroad preserved and persevered. And the constitutional republic of the United States of America rolled on. Next, we have to take courage. We must have the courage, all of us, to call out hate in all its forms, including contempt, anger, fear, frustration, prejudice, and even those petty social media slurs. Because in the absence of courage, hate leads to a place where fear and frustration foment into rage and even violence. All of us, each of us, must have the courage to not consume or be consumed by any person, any politician, any celebrity, any publication, news outlet, or social media platform that is peddling contempt and hate as the answer for dealing with those we disagree with. Hate and contempt lead to the morally bankrupt idea of superiority and result in dehumanizing other people based on politics, race, religion, gender, orientation, social status, or their simple beliefs. A good lesson from Harry Potter. Dumbledore said it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. You see, courage is not calling out your enemies. Courage is calling out your friends when they're wrong or in the wrong space. And I think it's time to take fresh courage. Finally, we have to take action. A good friend regularly reminds me of the words of St. Francis of Assisi, who said, "Always preach the gospel. When necessary, use words." That might be the best description ever given for what we must do in order to improve the direction and course of our country. I would probably say it this way: always declare the principles of freedom. When necessary, use words. The test for the American people is to challenge our political parties, political leaders, and ourselves to demonstrate behavior that lives up to the principles we profess to believe. Our true commitment to freedom will be revealed not just by what we declare, but by what we actually do. So where are we? Thistles planted in the past have grown as noxious weeds naturally do. Today, the country is reaping the whirlwind of contempt. So what should we do? We should declare the season of thistle planting over so that our children and our children's children can reap the precious fruit found in the blessings of liberty. Fortunately for all of us, morning continues to come to America, especially after the darkest of days. The pain subsides, the light comes. Most important, the republic will roll on, as long as we the people take note, take heart, take courage, and take action together.